Hey, JJ here. Welcome to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. So I'm excited about this hunt. I have $200 worth of quarter rolls here, 20 of them. To the left, I have 10 rolls of customer wrapped, and to the right, I have 10 rolls of Loomis Bank sealed wrapped. So sealed versus customer wrapped, and we're gonna do a little game here to see which one can beat the other. All right, I'm gonna hunt the customer wrapped first, and then I will do the first five, do a quick recap. I'll come back and do the next five, and then I will do the same for the Loomis rolls to the right. I got the Loomis from one bank, and I got the customer wrapped from another bank. So hopefully having these rolls from different banks will improve my chances of coming across some awesome finds. Of course, looking for a silver, that'd be great. Looking for W West Point mint marks. Always looking for errors and estimates and proofs, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, start with the customer wrapped. So let's start with the first one. I'm just gonna kind of spill them out here. All right, oh, this is cool. First one that came out here. Zoom on in. American Memorial Park. So this one could potentially have a W mint, and I'll go ahead and flip it over and see. Came across one earlier in the year, which was awesome. This one is a P mint, so no W for that one. All right, zoom on out, and let's just kind of, I'll bring up a few to the camera, and then I'll hunt them fast. This one's a little dirty there. It's all right, but hopefully this will go quick. You know, looking for some crown errors are nice, or any other die chips on the reverse of this 2021 Washington, which is a cool quarter. And you got your standard clad 1966. All right, let's look at a few more of these together, and I will then go offline. Here we go. Let's check out this Kansas one. And I saw another one that I liked. I want to show you guys in a minute. This In the God We Rust error. This one has the T. You can see it is fine. But I've had those grease-filled die errors before on the Kansas. This one I had a W mint on the Lowell, Massachusetts. Really nice quarter. Let's see if this one's a W. It is a Philadelphia P mint right there on our In God We Trust. Looking for that to be a W. Okay. Let's try a couple more. Oh, here we go. River of No Return Wilderness. It could potentially be a W. This is 2019. Let's flip it on over. And this one looks like it is a D mint. All right, I'm going to hunt these as well as four. So this one plus another four for a total of five. And then I'll come back with the recap, and then I'll get into the other five, okay? All right, sit tight. All right, JJ back. Finished those first five, and nothing extraordinary. I have a handful that I put to the left that I just kind of want to, at the end of this segment, look at under the microscope. We have the Nebraska Homestead quarters, a couple of those, just checking for leaky buckets and snow on the roof. One of my favorite quarters, the Tuskegee Airmen. Earlier in the year, I had a nice die chip on one of the goggles, so I'm going to check this one out, see if we have anything there. And then there's some Bessie Coleman quarters 2023. I want to look for some die chips and some duplicate initials on there. So we'll look at these. I'll put these to the left for the first five of the customer wrap. We'll look at these under the microscope here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and start on the next five rolls, and I will loop everyone back in once I go through those. All right, stay tuned. All right, JJ back. Just finished out those remaining five quarter rolls, and let's see what we got here. Picked up one of my favorite coins to collect. It's 1976 dual date bicentennial quarters. I'm a big fan of this coin. I just like to collect them. Drummer boy on the back, dual date obverse. The bottom there, this one, it's got a little dirt on it. I have one that's a D mint. Not this one. This is a P mint or no mint mark. This is a P. Where's the one that's a D? Okay, there we go. D mint mark. And I'm going to put that off here to the right. We'll look at that under the microscope in a minute. See if there's any doubling action on those D mints. Someone decided to put a nickel in one of the rolls, so I'm going to lose out 20 cents there. That happens from time to time when you're handling the customer wrapped rolls. One time, someone put like 3 of them in there. I wasn't too happy about that, and yeah, so maybe they just put it in there by mistake. I don't know. Maybe they did it on purpose, but yeah, I was definitely out like 60 cents that roll, so that was a little bit annoying, but could be worse. Here's some cool coins. I like to collect these 2009s. American Samoa. Once you hit that 2009 year, you're going to get a lot of the U.S. territories. So this is Puerto Rico, and this one is another Puerto Rico. So I like to hang on to the 2009s. Got a couple of the newer quarters here. Eleanor Roosevelt. Have a couple of those, which are really cool. Did a video on that as well. Kind of some of the things that we're looking for. Talked a little bit about that in the short. And here in a minute, we'll just take a closer look at some of these Tuskegee ones, as well as the Nebraska Homestead quarters. Then we got a couple of these Betsy Coleman. So let's see if we can finish out the customer wrap by looking under the microscope. See if we can find any goodies there. All right, give me 2 seconds and I will loop you guys back in. All right, everyone, back. Hope there isn't a glare. Hope you guys can see everything okay without a glare, but all right, so this is the bicentennial quarter I'm looking at here. I'm going to turn that on the obverse. And we're looking right there, the In God We Trust, as well as, here, let me see if I can not make it so bright. I don't know, let's see if this helps. I'm just kind of looking at Liberty, seeing if there's any doubling on this D mint. This one looks to be okay. Okay, so nothing there. In God We Trust, I don't see any doubling there either. And there's just your regular D mint to the right. Nice dual dates here. Okay, so nothing special about this one, just a standard bicentennial quarter. Now let's look at some of the Bessie Coleman's. Looking for die chips on those planes. A little bit of circulation damage there in the middle. Some folks would confuse that with die cracks. Those are not, that's not die cracks, that's just standard circulation wear, nicks. Okay. Looking at that EC initial. Looking for some doubling there. I don't see anything. Okay, and CTC. Okay, so nothing on this one. Let's try a couple more. Okay, no die chips on the wings. Nothing with the EC. Nothing with CTC. Flip it over. You can look on the obverse for Drooling George, and or if there's any pimples on the nose of George Washington. Those are die chips. They can sell for some good money. And I also just, you know, like to look for die clashes. See if there's any imprints from the reverse that are on the obverse that shouldn't be, and vice versa. Okay. This one looks all right. Okay, let's look at one more. Let's look at a couple of the, actually, one more of the Betsy Coleman's, and then we'll move on to the next handful of coins we have from the customer wraps. Okay, so this one's fine. Let's look at the Tuskegee Airmen. Looking for some die chips there on the hat. Don't see any. Still looking for that burning building strike through error. I haven't come across that. That'd be an awesome find. Let's try another one. Looking for die chips on the goggles, nothing there. And die chips on some of the planes I've seen. On the wings, nothing there. And that strike through error. Burning building, nothing there, okay? Let's take a look at the Homestead, Nebraska. Looking for some snow on the roof, don't see it. And leaky buckets. Okay, don't see it. One more. Nothing there and there. Okay, what else we got here? Here's that Eleanor Roosevelt, really nice coin. Craig A. Campbell there. Don Everhart DE to the left. And looking for some die chip action. Don't see it. Burst. Okay, so this one, let me see that strike through. No, that's fine. All right, I had a bunch of 2019s that I looked at, for example, like this one here, the San Antonio Missions, very cool quarter. I had a bunch of these. I had a bunch of Lowell's. I had some River of No Return 2019s. Didn't have any W's. So here where you see that P, we want that to be a W. 2020 here, we got some Salt River Bays. I had a bunch of these, again, looking for that W Mint as well as that Privy, V75 Privy to the left. Okay, so I went through a number of those, didn't have any, and yeah, so nothing too exciting out of the customer wrapped. And let's move on to the bankroll Fed wrap ones now, okay? Give me a few minutes to clear this this side off, and then I will bring everyone back in and we'll start on the Loomis rolls. All right, sit tight. Thanks. All right, everyone back. Thank you so much. Let's see what we can get out of the original bank wrapped here, the Loomis, these sealed rolls. I'm a fan of hunting the Loomis. I've come across some really nice finds out of the Loomis rolls, so I'm hoping we can put some on the scoreboard today, a W or potentially some silver. All right, let's start with the first 5, and I will loop everyone back in here when it's time for the first recap. Okay, see you in a bit. All right, hey, JJ back. So have kind of similar to the customer wrap rolls. Got a few bicentennials for the first half of these rolls. Still have 5 left. I got a few over here to the left. Same thing. Picked off some Nebraskas. Homesteads will look up, and then some Bessie Colemans will look those up as well. Haven't come across any Eleanor Roosevelts. Haven't come across any of the Tuskegee Airmen, but you know, I'm happy I got the bicentennials. No W mints. Lots of 2019s, lots of 2020s, but I've only seen P and D mints so far, and no proofs. Okay, so go ahead. I'll hunt these 5, the last 5 remaining here of the bank wrapped, and then I'll bring everyone back in for the final recap. All right, see you in a bit. All right, JJ back. Just finished out that second half of 5 for the bank wrapped rolls, and nothing to write home about really. You know, the overall hunt for those bank wrapped rolls stands at the 3 bicentennials. Found those in the first half of the 10. Got a lot of the Bessie Coleman, so I'll look a few of these up here under the microscope in a minute. Lots of the Homestead Nebraskas, and I got a 1 Puerto Rico 2009. So I would say that it was neck and neck. I mean, I would actually give the lead to the customer wrap rolls, believe it or not, just because I had a number of the Tuskegee Airmen quarters as well as a few more of the 2009s. Not a whole lot of variety out of the Loomis, so a little disappointed because normally Loomis comes through for me. But yeah, it was pretty close of a hunt. You don't get the big baggers every time you do a hunt. Sometimes you just come out with some of your standard bicentennials and, you know, some of your newer quarters, and occasionally you'll come across estimate or a proof. All right, so sit tight. I'm going to go ahead and get the microscope ready to go and we'll look at a few more of these. All right, I'll see you in a minute. All right, everyone, got a Betsy Coleman under the microscope from the bank side. Looking for, again, the EC doubling. CTC, looking for some die chips up here. I already looked at the obverse to see if there were any drooling Georges or any pimples on the nose, or warts rather, as well as looked for some die clashes. So I did not see any of those. So let's just check out a couple of more of these. No chips. Okay, all right, let's do one more. Then we'll try a couple of the other quarters, see if we can come across anything interesting. Okay, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. All right, let's try. For the bicentennials, didn't have any dements, so not gonna be looking for any DDOs there. Let's check out the Nebraska homestead. Looking for some snow. Looking for some die cracks as well. Looking for some die chips below that bucket. Okay, nothing. Lots of W's, but again, or excuse me, lots of 2019 and 2020, but no W's. Had a lot of Salt River bays. Had a few of the Pacific, War in the Pacific, Guam 2019s, didn't have any W's there, so. All right, let's check out one more of these homesteads. All right, so no snow on the roof today. Okay, well, yeah, I would pretty much just give just a little bit of a win to the customer wrapped rolls. Nothing glamorous, but you never know what you're gonna find, and that's what makes coin roll hunting exciting. Make sure you guys drop a comment. I would really appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it out. Also, if you haven't checked out some of my short videos, they're 60 seconds or less. A lot of tips and different things to look for with various coins and currency there. So check out a few videos and let me know. And until next time, have a good one. Take care.